In a quiet, unassuming village nestled between rolling hills, there was an old manor house shrouded in mystery. Time had left its mark on the manor, with ivy crawling up its walls and its once beautiful garden swallowed by wild brambles. It was said that the garden had been forgotten for decades, its beauty lost to neglect. Amara, a young woman who had recently moved to the village to escape the chaos of city life, was curious about the manor. Drawn by stories of its forgotten garden, she decided to explore its grounds one sunny afternoon. Armed with a notebook and a sketching pencil, she crossed the rusted gates and ventured inside. The garden was a tangled mess. Thorns and weeds grew unchecked, and broken stone paths were hidden beneath layers of dirt. Yet, amidst the disarray, Amara spotted hints of its former beauty. A delicate vine curling around an old fountain, wild roses blooming defiantly, and sunlight filtering through the overgrown trees in golden streams. As she stood in the heart of the garden, she felt an inexplicable urge to restore it. Perhaps, she thought, it's not too late to bring life back to this place. The next morning, Amara returned with a pair of gloves, a trowel, and a small packet of seeds. She began with the simplest task, clearing a small patch of soil near the fountain. The work was hard, the ground was stubborn, and her hands ached from pulling out tenacious weeds. But as the hours passed, something inside her shifted. The rhythm of digging, the scent of earth, and the gentle chirping of birds created a peaceful harmony she hadn't felt in years. She planted the first seed with care, covering it with soil and patting it down. "This is enough for today," she whispered to herself, feeling a quiet sense of accomplishment. Days turned into weeks, and Amara returned to the garden daily. She didn't rush the work. Each morning she cleared a little more, watered the seeds she had planted, and marveled at the tiny shoots breaking through the soil. The villagers began to notice her efforts. Some stopped by to chat, sharing memories of the garden in its prime. One elderly man, who had been the manor's caretaker long ago, gifted her a packet of rare flower seeds. Another brought her an old watering can with intricate carvings. The garden became a place of connection, not just between Amara and nature, but between her and the community. As she worked, Amara realized that the garden was teaching her profound lessons. She learned patience as she waited for buds to bloom, resilience as she battled stubborn roots, and joy in watching life slowly return to the forgotten space. One morning, Amara arrived at the garden to find it transformed. The roses she had nurtured were in full bloom, their petals glowing in the morning light. The once hidden fountain now sparkled with clear water, and the paths she had uncovered seemed to invite wanderers to explore. The garden wasn't perfect. There were still wild patches and untamed corners, but it was alive again. More importantly, Amara felt alive. The small, daily efforts she had poured into the garden had also nurtured her own spirit. Word of the garden's revival spread, and soon the villagers gathered for a celebration. They brought food, music, and laughter, filling the garden with the very life it had once embodied. As the sun set that evening, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, Amara sat by the fountain, watching children play and elders reminisce. The garden, she realized, had never been about grand gestures or immediate results. Its magic lay in the small, consistent acts of care and attention. From that day on, Amara carried the garden's lessons with her. She no longer sought happiness in far-off dreams or overwhelming achievements. Instead, she found it in the little things, a kind word, a quiet moment, or the simple joy of watching something grow. The forgotten garden was forgotten no longer. It stood as a testament to the power of small efforts and the beauty of rediscovering joy in life's simple pleasures. Moral: happiness isn't found in monumental achievements, but in the small, meaningful moments we nurture each day. By tending to the little things, we cultivate a life of joy and fulfillment. Rediscover the joy in life's simple moments. Watch this inspiring story and let it remind you that even small efforts can lead to extraordinary transformations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fairy Tale Spell for more motivational stories. What little things bring you joy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn some interesting words from this story. Shrouded, meaning covered or hidden. Example, the house was shrouded in mist. Unassuming, meaning modest or not attracting attention. Example, the unassuming garden hid its true beauty. Defiantly, meaning in a way that challenges or resists. Example, the flowers grew defiantly in the harsh weather. Inexplicable, meaning unable to be explained. Example, there was an inexplicable feeling of peace in the garden. Resilience, meaning the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Example, the garden showed resilience after the long period of neglect. Accomplishment, meaning the achievement of a goal. Example, planting the first seed felt like a great accomplishment. Intricate, meaning very detailed or complicated. Example, the intricate designs on the old watering can were beautiful. Tending, meaning caring for or looking after something. Example, Amara spent hours tending to the garden. Transformation, meaning a dramatic change in form or appearance. Example, the garden's transformation was stunning. Perspective, meaning a particular point of view. Example, the sunset gave her a new perspective on life. Subscribe to Fairy Tale Spell for more stories that inspire growth, mindfulness, and self-discovery. Let's create a world where everyone learns to celebrate their own light.